Hey everybody. Just getting some stuff up and ready to go. How's it going, man? Having a good weekend. I love your Halo lore on TikTok. Yeah, you might want to get off TikTok because I don't post there anymore. I appreciate that you like it, but I'm not on TikTok anymore.
Smell you.
Jesus, you're big. Oh my god, he's huge. He's so big, chat. He's pretty much taken up like the entire center of the bar. Oh my god.
At least somebody thinks I'm big.
But yeah, thank you for the love, but please go subscribe to my YouTube and my Twitch. I don't post on TikTok anymore for very obvious reasons.
Your gain is super high, at least for Discord.
It is? Again?
Yeah.
Fucking Christ, my
Yeah.
audio is completely screwed. Voice and video. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
Because it's standard. I have it on standard. Not crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was approaching 2008 Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, it was like that bad.
Yeah, the gain was super high.
Son of a bitch. How bad is it on Twitch and YouTube? Oh, you can actually hear my fucking... Hold on. Meow. Hi, little bunny. It's not gonna be a huge stream today because I just got back from a 5-hour game. I do not know what's up with my audio lately. What the fuck? Everything is fucked. I don't know why. Not the best. I genuinely don't know what's going on with my stuff.
Are you using a new program?
No, I'm using everything that I normally use. I literally changed nothing.
I'm gonna find a program for you that might help.
Did you win? Yeah, 163 to 47. I genuinely do not know what's up with my mic. Settings.
Scroll.
I was gonna look at it today, but then I went out and played Warhammer, because that's what you should do when all your stuff's having a fucking aneurysm, right? Let's turn that down. Let's turn that down. Turn that up. Turn this up. How, boss? Hey, Aramis. How's this sounding now?
Better. I do need to turn you up on Discord side though.
Yeah, I turned the mic volume down on the settings to 57. Better. Awesome. Cool. Great. Awesome. Great. Holy shit. Okay. So, I made a huge mistake. So there's not a 2v2 tournament coming up. It's a 2v2 3-month play thing. There's a tournament next Saturday. Oh no. So now I need to decide, why does the mic sound weird, but I love your... Why does the mic sound weird, but I love your YouTube videos and subscribe to them and got into your videos. But I'm new to Warhammer series and it looks super cool, man. I'm glad. I don't know why the mic is acting weird. I have zero clue why the mic's acting weird. It might be my programs, but genuinely I have zero fucking clue. Like, I could check the audio for, yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. I'm not an audio engineer. But yeah, there's a tournament coming up in this next Saturday, the 15th, and yeah. So I need to figure out what to do for that, because I did not think ahead.
Zangors.
I don't
Only Zangors.
I don't own a single fucking Zangor. I own no Zangors.
How dare you? How dare you?
How dare I not run a unit that I despise in my Thousand Suns? Test
Yes.
list is prep for Edmonton. This list would essentially be... This would not be the list I bring to Edmonton, sadly, because you guys voted for Thousand Suns, but the problem is that Thousand Suns don't have their codex yet. So, there is no point to building a Thousand Suns list until that book comes out. Which, probably either this month or next month, will be the release of World Eaters or Death Guard, along with Emperor's Children, and then next month will be either World Eaters, Death Guard, and Thousand Suns. I think the Siege of Terra books have the best cover of all the books. What does that have to do with what we're talking about?
You just wanted to say it.
I mean, agreed, but like...
It's the comment section. You can't stop that. Chaos down there.
But we do have I did make new friends. I'm very happy I made a new friend. And he's dying. T-Com's dying. That's not
I'm
good.
dying in the background. Don't worry about me.
I'm gonna worry. You're dying. Don't die. Please don't die.
No, just wrong hole. Just drinking water.
Don't die. Hopefully we can have our friend Porkendork on for a stream one day. Chaos, which is why Boss will run CSM. Well, I ran CSM in the last tournament, right? So, like, it's a debate on do I run Ultramarines or do I run my Creations of Bile with AG?
I'd say Bile.
It's coming from the Custodes player. You're so big. You were so
Yeah.
big in the fucking bar. What is CSM? Chaos Space
Chaos.
Marines.
Yep.
All right. For those that don't know, I am preparing for a tournament on the 15th. Hopefully, I can go to it. I did ask the store owner, like, "Hey, could you put me down as because like I forgot to sign in early last time. There were like so many open slots, and I only got in the last tournament because I was very lucky. But let's write out everything that I have for my Chaos Space Marines. What I have. Okay. Chaos Marines. Announcer of games, what is your favorite joke from If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device? My mind is no fortress, it is an open pasture of internecine conflict and chicken. Alright, we have Abaddon. We have 2 times Chaos Lords. 8 Chaos Coas. Chaos Lord with Jump Pack. Announcer games, what is who's the army guy that looks like he was drawn by a 5-year-old? That's my co-host.
That's me, T-Com.
That's my co-host. He's a good lad. He's a nice lad. I enjoy him. I like him. I think he's a very nice dude. We have 2 times worksmiths. Sorcerer.
You take that back.
No.
You take all the compliments back.
No. Yes, my eyes. Well, you know what?
You flashbanged everybody.
Take it up with Google. Take it up with Google, you fucking night owl. Because there's no dark mode for this. There's no dark mode for Google Docs. Because
yes, there needs to be.
There needs to be. But Google is ran by ghouls and goblins. No, not even goblins. Goblins are fun. They're just ran by ghouls and liches.
There used to be some pretty cool people.
Remember Do No Evil? Well, they fucking fucked that in the ass, didn't they? Anyway. Master of Possession, Parkin, World.
I used to be in, but then they changed what in was.
Mine is the reveal of the card game that is absurdly long name. Not spoiling it for those who haven't watched it. What is it? What is it, Samantha?
Hyper-dimensional...
Oh.
Vostroyan strip poker, I think it was.
Yu-Gi-Oh! It's
yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Which is funny to me because they made that joke before end of the death, which is just, and they still make the joke.
They play fucking the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Jesus Christ. We have a lot of Chaos Marines. I think we have like 5 times Chaos Marine squads. Yeah.
Have you learned your lesson with Havocs yet?
What lesson is that?
Don't take them.
I have not learned my lesson. I am really fucking stupid. I keep seeing Havoc autocannons. I see that 3 damage. And my brain goes, ooh, monkey noise. Ooh, monkey noise.
Ooh.
Like the very excited monkey noise. But then I bring Havocs today. I bring 3 units of Havocs. 1 with rocket launchers, 1 with autocannons, 1 with las cannons. My friend Owen sits in on mine and my brother's game, and he's looking at me and going, "You're playing Creations of Bile, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." Why didn't you just choose +1 to hit for shooting? Instead of rolling randomly for 2. And I'm sitting here, questioning every decision I've ever made. Just, all my decisions questioned horrifically, and I want to die. 1 time chosen units. 2 times Terminators. Also, if you're gonna just take Legionnaires, don't ever bother putting them in 10-man squads unless they're a melee unit. Don't even bother.
Interesting.
Legionnaire units have to be. You can't double up on weapons. You just can't. So, like, you can't have, like, 2 plasma guns, you can't have 2 melta-guns. They have to have, like, 1 melta-gun, 1 plasma gun, or 1 melta-gun, 1 rocket launcher, etc., etc., etc.
Whereas with me, I can mix and match all I want.
Fuck you, you advanced custodian bitch.
In fact, I'm encouraged to mix and match.
Did you know someone is trying to turn SMG4 characters into Warhammer 40k units? What's SMG4 again?
I don't know.
That's what is SMG for?
Is that like some new drug the kids are doing now?
Yeah,
I'm gonna guess some kind of tabletop thing, or
what the fuck is SM? What the fuck is a Sonic?
what?
What the fuck is this Sonic?
I'm sorry, Sonic?
SMG4 apparently is a YouTube channel. People have been adding in YouTubers and other game characters into 40K for like
since YouTube was created, basically. People doing stuff like that.
That was not on the list of things I was expecting to see today. I feel like my eyes have been cursed. And I've also been playing about 3 hours of a gacha game, so that tells you something.
Lord Discordance, on Hellstalker. I'm trying to remember like everything that I have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, fuck. Ow. Yeah, 2 Warp Spit, Sorcerer, Terminator Armor, Lord Discordance, Hellstalker, 2 Hand Raiders, 2 Mauler Fiends. Ah! Ow. 2 times Land Raiders, 2 times Mauler Fiends, Hellbrutes, 3 times Horn Berserkers, 3 times Rubric Marines, because I can include guys into an army like this. We have a Chaos Coas, Chaos Knight Spoiler, Chaos Knight Tyrant, we have Hellbrute.
Mm.
Chat, can I fucking spell anything?
No.
Sorry, you chose the wrong set of skills for that.
You know how to edit, you don't know how to spell. You failed the skill check, asshole. We have Raptors.
Only one set of skills is valid at any given time.
Raptors. We have a 10-man unit of Raptors with 2 Meltaguns.
To shoot. It's a cross then.
Man, it really looks like I don't have a lot for like chaos, huh?
I guess not.
You have more than I do.
Fair enough.
Wait, but you don't play
Especially for
chaos.
us non-chaos players.
Why does it sound like one of you guys is rearranging their kitchen?
What?
I don't know what Aramis. I don't know why Aramis sounds like he's rearranging his kitchen.
What do you mean I sound like I'm rearranging my kitchen?
Like something keeps moving in the background of your audio.
I think that's just the wind blowing on the windows that hard in the area.
Okay.
Just kind of impressive, actually, if you guys can hear it, because I'm not even hearing it.
Alright, and then we have Ultramarines. What do we have for my Ultramarines? What can I remember off the top of my head for what I have for my Ultramarines, just in case we want to do that instead? List it up. So we have Robute Gilliman. We have the boy himself, the son of the Emperor, the big lad, the dude. We have Chief Librarian Tigurius? I hope I spelled that correctly. So what we're doing here, chat, is that we're organizing what I have, and then we're going to be like running through what army to build here, while we also just chat about regular stuff. Of course, fucking Blueberry. Yeah, well, you know what?
A blueberry.
If I was a flavor, I'm vanilla. Fuck you.
I feel like Boss is at least French vanilla. Despite being West Canadian.
I'm French and Scottish, sir. I actually do descend from French exiles and Scottish first immigration Scottish to Canada.
Ooh. Even more reason to be French vanilla.
I don't understand the difference.
It's whether the vanilla bean is actually ground and mixed in.
Okay. We have 3 times captains. We have librarian in Terminator armor. Tech Marine captain in Terminator armor. Lieutenant. We have 2 times lieutenants. Bobby G. Yeah, like, so I didn't know this, but Space Marines got buffed again.
Did they?
Yeah, Oath of Moment. If you were not playing Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Wolves, Black Templars, and Death Watch, you get to add 1 to your wound rolls.
Boo.
Who?
I say as the Blood Angels player.
Well, you get something else, I think, as a Blood Angels player.
Yeah, we always get other things. We're always doing other things.
Yeah, well, but then don't boo. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
I'm allowed to boo because I'm allowed to want everything.
This man is booing when, like, his army does its own thing. Yeah, you add 1 to the wound roll as well. Wait, does that? No, because it only applies to the Oath of Moment target. It doesn't fuck over the Anvil detachment.
Darn it. That'd be funnier.
Ooh, Little Bunny, thank you for the sub. Bobby G, I like Twist Ice Creams. Horus.
Okay, that time I actually heard the wind.
Horus.
Horus! We have 2 times lieutenants.
It's always Horus.
1 times with shield. The other's a bolt rifle.
Hey, guardsman, why do you look like Horus?
Is that a bald guardsman? You mean a proto-Horus?
Godsman, why do you have a bow and arrow? This is what I was assigned, sir. 40k is terrible. What else do I have? Oh, we have 2 times apothecary.
I like birds.
Apothecary biologist.
Biologist.
I fucking hate that.
It's how you say it.
I know, I don't like that it's said that way. We have an ancient.
Take it up with Latin.
Captain in Gravis armor. Judicar.
Don't worry, Knight. They've already been sent the cease and desist.
Who's been sent to cease and desist?
The Blood Angels.
We have 2 10-man assault intercessor units. 2 times intercessors. We have a 1 times eradication squad. No, like, these are assuming, like, full squads each, kind of a thing. 1 time.
I'm surprised you don't have Titus.
I wasn't able to get him.
Do you want mine?
No.
Okay. I don't play Space Marines. I don't care.
What's what? What do you mean, what's what? What do you mean, what's what? Why are you all being fucking weird today?
No, I shouldn't say that.
Ah!
People might get. That's an inside thought. People might get mad at me.
Everyone gets mad at me for inside thoughts. Oh, I have 2 Blade Guard veteran squads now.
Oh, you have 2 squads of them?
Yeah, I have 2 squads of Blade Guard veterans because my brother's giving me all of his Marine stuff because he's like, I don't like playing Marines. He's too good
Fair
for
enough.
it.
He's too good for Marines?
Yeah.
It's exactly what an Eldar player would say.
Definitely.
Ugh. Well, you know what?
Good
I'm
for
too
Eldar.
good to play Eldar. How about that?
So that just means more Eldar models are available for him to buy.
I think they're still sold out on a lot of them.
Mm.
I don't know the thing the badly drawn soldier said.
Oh, you mean the season desist?
I just realized that there are Raven Guard, Blood Ravens, and Raven Wing. There's a lot of Ravens.
There's
Yeah.
all Ravens everywhere.
The season desist is something a company sends to you when you've been using their product illegally.
Or what they consider illegally, depending on whether
And-
you,
Yeah,
you're
if you
using
don't,
the use act or
and
not.
if you don't stop, they're gonna take you to court. So. I have approximate knowledge of many things.
I have an approximate knowledge of many things.
Still one of the more interesting early episode villains.
Finn the Schmooman.
How did you almost know my name?
I have an approximate knowledge of many
Approximate knowledge of many things.
Joining slightly drunk. What's up? We're building lists. Get bikes. No, not bringing bikes is a mistake.
But bikes.
We have a infiltrator squad. Would they get mad if I brought my 30k Predator Destructor?
Probably?
Yeah,
Maybe.
it has different dimensions than the regular Predator.
Yeah. That was my thought is, are the dimensions the same for the 40k version?
No, because the 40k version has the flat front, while the 30k version has the bulged front a little bit.
Yeah, then I don't think that that's a good idea.
Why am I adding the Storm Talons anyways? You don't use flyers in fucking 11th edition, 10th edition.
Whatever edition this is.
Yeah. Right, I think this is everything?
Do you know what your partner player is going to be running?
This isn't a 2v2.
Oh, okay.
This is for a tournament on the 15th. So I need to figure something out now.
Okay.
Okay, so
I think we're running Hellbrute.
What the hell
This is like a definite.
What the hell does a helper even do for like regular Chaos Marines? Because if I'm playing Chaos Space Marines, I'm playing Creations of Bile.
yeah, what would you be doing if you played Ultramarines?
I know definitely, like, okay, so there's two mindsets to this. We either bring a list that wins, or we bring one that we're bringing to just take the piss. Like, we're just taking the piss on the tournament. No, this is a weekend of my life. So I would like to go to win, but at the same time, like, do we take the piss out of this? I have 2 videos so far. One where I barely come in second, and one where I have 1 now. If any of you have watched the new video today.
I did watch the video. It was very good. It was a fun report.
Yeah. I don't play Space Wolves, so that's not gonna work. Guys, the armies that I play are Sisters of Battle, Orcs, World Eaters, Thousand Suns, Ultramarines, and Black Legion. Take piss at all times. Makes life more fun. Yes, but you see, this will be a Saturday of my life, which means I will not be streaming that day, which means I won't be making money.
I guess then we should go for the victory.
We should probably go for the victory because none of you have been donating. I understand though because it's a very hard time. I get it. I really do get
It's
it.
tax season
It's tax
for the Americans.
I-
Anyways,
I'm amazed your taxes are even like. You know what? No, I'm amazed like you guys haven't been robbed blind yet. Anyway,
No comment.
please don't remind me.
right, T-Call. I'm so sorry.
I was robbed blind.
Man, you're a business owner, right?
That
It's
was not what I was
30,000.
expecting, but dang. I mean, bravo on that one. Very unintentional, though.
So, if we're taking Marines, Ultramarines want to be taking Gullyman. They want to take the Primarch. And, like,
What's the big dad?
the idea is because Gullyman marks out 2 Oath of Moment targets. So you get 1 standard as your army ability, and then Gullyman says, okay, when that one's dead, that's the new target. Like, that one over there is the new target. So then all your stuff gets +1 to wound that target with rerolls.
I mean, I guess it's good to have a good secondary objective.
It is. So, like,
Well-
then it's just plain, like, this one's the big threat that needs to die right now, and then that one's the immediate threat after.
Well, I have a question for you. Are you going to be using Armored Spearhead or no?
That's the
Got a point.
That's the kind of thing here. I would probably either choose, because, like, seeing what I have here, there are 4 detachments that 5 detachments now that I could take. I could take the Gladius detachment, which is the Doctrines, that I can only use once per game. I could choose the Assault one, which is like all my weapons become Assault. Everything within 12 inches gets +1 strength for shooting. I could choose the Librarius detachment, as you guys have seen in that video today. Holy shit. Put that on Hellblasters or Sternguard veterans and you just watch things melt. Oh, by the way, I completely forgot about this because the guy who played against in the finals, he watched the video today, and he was down at the store where I was playing Warhammer, and he's like, "Hey, you totally forgot to mention that I fucked up." I'm like, "Where did I forget to mention you fucked up?" He's like, "I popped my scouts out to like deep strike them later, right?" And then he just never did.
All right.
Yeah, and since past turn 3, you can't bring in reserves because the reserves are dead. So, oops.
That's a whoops.
I could do Iron Spearhead. Oh, I forgot to put in Redemptor Dreadnought. Shit.
Hmm.
Boom. Put in. I doesn't have a bank account. What do you mean you don't have a bank account, Knight? Are you not an adult? Are there any...
It doesn't necessarily guarantee that you have a bank account just because you're an adult.
I'm like, what? Do you guys don't have phones? I'm just like, what do you mean you don't have a bank account, Tunist? What? Do you live in the woods? Do you live in the woods? I live off
Are
of
you
the
I don't know.
land.
Sometimes I feel like the Midwest is about 50 years behind us technologically.
I'll fight.
Are you a child and you parents didn't set you up a bank account? Because they're bad parents?
Allegedly, in that case, those
Are you a
those
secret
accounts are
love
probably still
child
the
that the
parents' name.
government can't know about?
Yeah, are you a third child? Hmm?
Hold on, I said a secret.
I haven't thought about Margaret Peterson Haddix in a while. Thank you for that one.
There was the Iron Spearhead detachment that I could do. I feel like I'm missing one.
You said Gladius, Librarius,
The heavy one.
the Assault.
No, I said 5. I can do those 5. No one takes first company. No one takes first company detachment. Once per game.
Why is it that bad?
Once per game, you can reroll all wound rolls against the Oath of Moment target. Once per game.
That's once per game, not once per
game.
round.
Once per game.
That is what?
No, Chaos
What would even
Legionnaires.
require you to do that only once per game?
Chaos Legionnaires get reroll 1s for wounds, just for existing. And they get to reroll wound rolls if you're on an objective. Well, if the enemy unit's on an objective.
Oh, damn! By the sound of it, they really don't want the first company to be useful.
It's a fluffy detachment is the one I'm going with. Like, in my head. Like, it's a fluffy one.
Okay.
Also, the Hellbrutes. While friendly and heretic Astartes units within 6 of this model, each time that unit makes a Dark Pact until the end of the phase, oh, they get both instead of 1.
Ooh.
So not only do they proc sustained, they proc lethal.
That's actually really useful.
The problem is that if I want to win with Creations of Bile, you do not want to be taking vehicles.
No, you're right.
Because it only affects infantry. Granted,
But the Hellbrutes, but that effect on your frontline runners.
no, the Hellbrute that I have has Meltagun and Fist. Like, Multi-Melta and Fist.
So it'd be wanting to get into melee range anyways?
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, honestly, depends on whether anybody will really have anything to stop it. Like, what would it ultimately cost you in terms of extra infantry lost for points, anyways?
Hellbrute's 130 points.
Okay.
Granted, so theory crafting it out. We don't take Abaddon. Abaddon's 280 points. That is... The problem with Abaddon in my last list was that he just soaked up weight, like, he was taking too much. And I just...
Too much of your resources?
Yeah, he was taking he was taking up too much of my resources. He wasn't doing the job that I wanted him to do. He was murdering things, don't get me wrong. But all my army was like way too spread out for him to be helping, and his reroll hit rolls ability with the Terminators was redundant. Because he either gives free rerolls, but then Terminators, when they activate Dark Pact, get rerolls. So either Abaddon's only activating 4-up invulnerable save for every unit within 6 of him, or everybody gets to reroll leadership rolls within 6 of him.
I can see why you're not
Yeah, so it's not
Excited,
yeah, it's not an exciting option. I took like do not like and then I realized like playing the tournament what happened to him. Unless he was beating the shit out of the Necrons, he got murdered by Eldrad, and then he didn't do much in like my third game.
Yeah.
Like, what did he do in my third game? He murdered a Deathwing Knight unit and then proceeded to get fucking sprayed down. So, it's frustrating, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I do own a Fabius model, but he's broken. Like, one of the limbs broke off.
Ooh. Say.
I mean, I could
Damn.
break off the other one. I could break off the other one, just have it even out.
I was actually thinking like it'd just be very interesting to have like a damaged clone of him leading the charge for a bunch of creations of Bile.
I mean, yeah, because the advantage of bringing Bile and making him your warlord is that you get to re-roll the random rolls.
Hmm.
So like, and he gives like an extra additional buff to the unit he's with. Okay, yeah, we'll throw Fabius in this army. How much is Fabius? He's 85. He's really cheap. I like that. I like that he's cheap. Then we'll take AG with Jump Pack, and we'll give him the Prime Test Subject. So like I played today, and my brother sank Osterman and his Dire Avengers, a Falcon, a Wave Serpent, a squad of 5 Dire Avengers, and a Striking Scorpion squad, and an Eldar Defender squad into Raptors and AG.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Goddamn.
they did not kill them in shooting. He had to go into melee combat to finish them off.
Holy cow.
And if I didn't fail my charge, I would have
Mhm.
murdered him.
Dang.
So the reason why we give AG Prime Test Subject is that it adds 1 to his damage characteristic for melee weapons equipped by him, and
True.
rerolls wound rolls. And we gave him Wind Lightning Claws. So now he has 6 attacks at hitting on 2s at strength 5, AP -2, damage 2, twin linked. So we are not only re-rolling hit rolls, we're re-rolling wound rolls with 2 damage. He will murder characters.
Yes, absolutely.
Because like max damage is 12 from him.
Yeah.
Should have Fabius to this. So, but if we're including a Chaos Lord with Jump Pack, we need Raptors, because we don't want him to be on his own.
Right.
So then we'll give 2 of them Melt the Guns. Oh, I also need to give them close combat weapons. Whoops. Alright, so we have AG's unit, which is Raptors. Then we have Fabius Bile. Battle line will take 3 Legionnaire squads, and we'll make 1 a 10-man unit with a sergeant with a cursed weapon. Cursed weapon replaces bolt pistol with plasma pistol. Yeah, and then we'll give him the chaos icon, and then we'll just make the rest of the unit melee. Okay.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together in my brain, Chad.
It is.
It is coming together. We are with the sauce. We'll look at the 5-man units. We'll give each one of them a heavy bolter, because then we can just spread it out a little bit. We can spread out the love. Also, Legionnaire Porky Dorky, I think the best way to play 40k tournament is to win the match before the enemy wins. Also, Porky, can you join the Discord server so I can give you a role so that you can join in on these streams if you want to? Please and thank you. I'd appreciate it.
That's definitely one of those moments of like, yes.
We made a new friend, chat. We made a very new friend.
Yeah, a new friend.
Got you.
More new
Let's
friends,
go.
always great.
I sent you an invite. Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, Porky, we don't have that on Twitch yet.
yeah, no,
We're
I
working
sent you
on
an
that.
invite. I sent you an invite on I sent you an invite in the DMs. I sent you an invite in the DMs. Check your DMs, friend. Get your lovely ass over here. So yeah, we got 2 Legionnaire. Because, like, this was the problem I ran into today, is that I had a, I am in. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Pork and Dork. Yeah! We will give them regular minion of the month. We need to give them the evil allies. And then we'll give them art minion as well. And good minion.
Art minion bonus.
Art minion, yeah, because they do art. All right, Porky, you are able to join in the call now. It's called the Boss's Broadcast Room. It's the one we're sitting in right now. You are more than free to join if you want to. You have that permission. And don't worry, we'll be here for a bit, so you can join in whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I also really want to meet you over voice. Like, very excited. So I didn't know this, but so Porky Dorky is a fellow streamer and content creator. Very much a not safe for work one, by the way. So be aware when going to check out their Twitch. But apparently they've been following me for a long time. I'm hanging out on call with one of Spee's artists named Random, or Coming Soon Entertainment, for all those uninitiated. He, by the way, Coming Soon Entertainment has done a lot of the artwork for Lost in Spiral. So,
yay, Spee art.
but he's like, oh, have you heard of, like, Porky Dorky? And I'm like, who the fuck's that? He's like, you don't know who she is? And I'm like, no. He's like, she follows you, asshole! And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The list of unexpected things.
So I just, like, I'm sitting here like, what the fuck do I do? So I just, like, I followed them back, and I didn't. And then when we did, like, Spee's stream the other day, that's when officially I was just like, hey, finally is able to introduce myself to them. But yeah, we got 2 Legionnaire squads, 2 far-range units with heavy bolters, 1 melee unit at 10 men. Oh, I should include a sorcerer in Terminator armor, unless it's a Chaos Terminator, is a better idea.
Well, yeah, especially for running less points because no more Abby.
Yeah, no, Chaos Lord and Terminator armor is garbage. Oh, you can have the damage of a attack going to him. Cool, what does your counterpart do? Reroll advance and charge rolls.
Anything but that.
Sorcerer and Terminator armor, we're taking that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can add in a combi weapon for him. And a Chaos Familiar. Alrighty then. We are making this work, chat. We are making this work. Okay, then we go back to that. If we're taking a Sorcerer and Terminator armor. We're taking the big brick of Terminators again. Which, again, like, chat, brick of fucking Terminators is terrifying.
Well, it's Crash.
Ow.
That cylinder board was ready.
So disappointed.
Why are you disappointed?
Why is it so quiet?
Why are you disappointed?
No, DCOM sounded disappointed.
What? I've been silent for like the last 5 minutes. What are you talking about?
I joined in and someone went, "Wow, it's Crash." I was like,
That wasn't me. That was Aramis.
That was
Aramis? Oh. I'm just gonna blame TCOM anyways. He
Bonus.
rejected my Hell Dive proposal yesterday. He's to blame.
Tarkov quests needed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Likely story.
Oh, is this what you own?
Yeah, this is what I own. You haven't handed all. You haven't given me all your Space Marine stuff yet.
Hmm.
So I haven't been able to like add a lot of stuff, and like I do need that.
Likely story.
Likely story. I should add in the Obliterators again because they do good work.
Do you want Blade Guard? Because I have
Yeah,
a bunch of
We've already talked about this. Yes, I said yes before.
Oh, okay. And then why is it the fuck that we've never actually let me bring everything over?
I don't know. I think it's because like we've just been both so busy, and I forgot to remind you.
Probably.
Because you're like
Everybody's
telling
always
me, like,
busy.
Just remind
That's how
me,
it
and
is.
I'll bring them, and I'm like, okay. And then I forget about them because I've been busy. Hey, babe. Hello, love of my life.
Hi, Phoenix.
Everybody's saying hi.
Murder him.
Murder me?
Yes.
Apparently they want you to murder me? Ooh, I get head rubs. I get head rubs! Ooh, the good shit. Yeah.
Yep.
I love you. I drank from it. I just drank from it before you got home. Hello, SG.
So
Wonder.
if I add whatever I have here, I have that you can add in. I have another Adjudicator,
You have a Judicator?
2 more 3-man Blade Guards.
Okay, so that's a 6-man at that point. Hold on.
I have the Blade Guard Ancient.
Ooh, Blade Guard Ancient.
I think that's the Chaplain.
Oh, then that's 3 times chaplains.
Bring only chaplains.
Blade Guard Captain.
Blade Guard Captain, okay. Yeah, I'll just...
And 2
Hoi, boss. Hi, Kosek.
and then there's 2 Dreadnought, the one with the autocannons.
Dreadnought with autocannons?
Or the Gatling cannon thing.
Oh, the assault cannon.
Yeah.
I thought you were using that for your Grey Knights.
I can't use it for the Grey Knights. They don't get Primaris Dreadnoughts.
Oh, the Redemptor.
That's it.
I'm like, wait, are you talking about like the one I gave you?
No.
There's also a captain in the Aggressor armor.
Yeah, Captain and Gravis armor, so 2 times Captain.
Yeah, Gravis.
Wait, you have a Gravis Captain?
Yeah, it's painted as Salamander, though. It'd have to get stripped.
Oh, because you have all my old Salamander stuff.
Yeah.
That just traded hands right back to me, didn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Son of a bitch.
Well, it's because
That's how it
my
goes.
Space Wolves never really took off, right?
Yeah, I remember that. How goes things? It goes well. We're just theory crafting.
There's also a 5-man plasma. Is that the Hellblaster?
Yeah, those are Hellblasters.
Yeah, 5-man Hellblasters.
So I have 15 Hellblasters.
Those are painted as salamander too, though.
Yeah, that means I can't use them.
Okay, so we'll take off the Gravis Captain. Take off
Yeah.
those. So basically, one dreadnought and all of the blade guard stuff.
Yeah, so I already have those. Yeah, two player veteran squads. What do you think they will be removed in the Thousand Sons Codex? Obviously, Predators, probably, because Emperor's Children don't have them anymore. I hope we get robots. I hope we get robots. But genuinely, if you ask me what I want removed from Thousand Sons and added in differently, fuck Zangors, fuck all of them, and just throw in a Temple Guard.
More
unit.
cultists.
Yeah, more cultist types. Mauler Fiend. So then I'll take a Hellbrute with this army because it gives the universal buff of just like, hey, you want dark packs? Here, take all of them. And we'll take a smallest missile launcher may be replaced with a Hellbrute Fist. Yeah, there we go. TS and DG get Forge Fiend. So do World Eaters. I meant World Eaters, not Word Bearer. We'll see when it comes out. I am not taking guesses. I do not like trying to predict stuff because then you look like a fucking idiot when you're wrong.
No, fair enough, especially when it's not like something easily telegraphed.
Yeah, it's not easily telegraphed. Because, like, why don't Emperor's Children have cultists? It kind of makes no sense they don't have cultists. It just brings up the meme of the Death Guard, the World Leader, and the Thousand Son looking at the poor Emperor's Children working at the desk.
Yep.
They get Forge Fiends. Like, what? What do you mean World Leaders don't get? I'm gonna punch somebody.
It feels like an internal balance.
Punch any more people. You already
You
punched
threw
the
your dice
fuck out of
man.
my
Don't
head
worry about it.
earlier. At least the game earlier today wasn't like the goddamn tournament video.
Hey, Kosek, what's this? They get Forge Fiends. World Leaders get Forge Fiends. I'm gonna come to your house and put a drink in front of you. Drink your water, please. You need it badly. Drink your water. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
insult you.
close so drink water.
I do know something that I do want to do to get. So like there's like 3 units that I want to get before Thousand Sons Codex comes out. And I'm leading up to the Edmonton Open. I want to get 2 Forge Fiends and another Rubric squad, but with flamethrowers. So knowing GW, they're probably going to separate the Bolter Rubric Marines from the Flamethrower Rubric Marines.
Probably.
That would make sense, yeah.
So we have 1,710 points for this chaos list. What could we throw in reliably? Well, we can throw in a Havoc unit. I'm only going to take one this time. We're taking one Havoc.
Are you talking to what?
He's talking to me.
Well, no, because Owen brought up today that like I should only be bringing one Havoc unit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now the question is, I have rocket launchers. I have
Autocannons, just the autocannons.
the auto cannons whip so bad.
Yeah, but when they don't, they make things cry. And they're the most consistent out of all of them.
As someone who has never played this, it's always fun to learn about. Okay, so I'll go over when I have the list completed. I'll go over them using Wahapedia because I don't have Apple as an operating system on my computer, so I can't just open my app. And it's just a pain in the ass to try and log in on Google. So we have 155 points left to throw around. The question is, what the fuck do I throw in for 155 points?
Upgrades.
I mean, what can you upgrade?
I can add on one more upgrade to the Sorcerer and Terminator armor. I can give him the Helm of All Seeing, which... Oh, that's actually a good idea. Helm of All Seeing. So, Helm of All Seeing,
Yes.
you cannot set up reserves
That's the one that
within
blocks
12 inches.
reinforcements, right?
Yeah,
Deep
it's-
striking.
Yeah, deep striking and coming off the board. So now we have 140. We have 140 points to play around with.
Okay, just a regular Chaos Space Marine squad.
I have 3 of them already.
Oh, well,
I
you
know
could have a 5-man run around.
I could probably take a squad of possessed.
That would definitely be interesting.
Or 140. There's my Master of Possession I could take. Ooh, take a Master of Possession and a Sorcerer again. Wait, can Fabius leader?
Yeah, what upgrades can we get Fabius?
He can't be upgraded because he's a named character.
Oh, okay.
I'm just thinking, like, can you include guys in addition, like regular Marines can? Nope. Chaos really likes it when it's just one guy leading them.
Darn.
I don't see any use for an ancient, to be honest. There's uses for them.
Especially if you're wanting to dogpile a goddamn objective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm taking Fabius, Fabius would take the spot of the Master of Possession in the Chosen unit. Because Fabius, his abilities are, he gives the unit feel no pain, so he makes them extremely tanky. Like, even more tanky than they normally are.
It took 3 Wraith Lords 3 turns to kill a unit of 10 of them today.
Mm-hmm.
If this unit is attached, you add 1 to the strength characteristic of melee weapons, and add 1 to the toughness characteristic of the bodyguard. So he makes them toughness 5. You can reduce the damage to Fabius to 0, and he gets back up.
Ooh, that's.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Oh, give me a sec.
I want to take a cultist mod, but that's just a waste of points. Chat. It only affects Heretic Astartes infantry. It does not affect anything that's a vehicle. It does not affect monsters. It does not affect beasts. Honestly, I'm just waiting for the Emperor's Children box to come out. That's fair. I don't know when it's coming out. Ooh, if I had the Nemesis Claw unit, I would take that. Baby, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? So what's your idea for the list? I'm trying to like find 140 points that I could put in, right? Or I could take off the Helm of All Seeing and bring in Demon Prince.
That doesn't sound too bad either.
Oh, but
Demon Prince, does that get a lone operative?
I don't think he gets lone operative, but I would also have to choose like a discipline for him. Oh, essentially just giving him a mark just does whatever the buff would do. So that's funny. So his Hellforged weapons, he either would get 2 to the strength or 2 to the strength of Hellforged, 3 attacks to his Infernal Cannon, 1 to his toughness, or 2 to his movement.
Movement.
Yeah, we want him to be fast. 10 inches, let's go. Okay, so we have 2,000 points right there. Sick. Okay, so let's talk about the chaos list for a minute here. I can't spell Wahapedia. All right, let's go into this. So, the idea here for this faction, for Chaos Space Marines taking the Fabius Bile detachment, Creations of Bile. Are you taking the Outriders? They can be a screen unit. I am not taking Outright. This is not Loyalists. We're not playing Loyalists. Like, this isn't the Loyalist list yet. We're working on Chaos right now. Fellhammer Siege Host, Packbound Zealots, Chaos Cult, Creations of Bile. Alright, so Creations of Bile, how they work. So, before the game begins, you either pick one or roll randomly for 2. If Fabius Bile is your Warlord, you get to re-roll 1 or both of the dice. So, we can either add 1 to attacks for melee weapons, add 2 to movement, improve my weapon skill by 1, improve my toughness by 1, add 1 to the strength characteristics. No, this is adding to the characteristic. This is not a inherent +1. So, if we buff that number again, the buff does go through. We can add 1 to the strength of melee weapons, or we can hit on a +1 in shooting. So, the idea here is, along with Prime Test Subject, that this is a Horde army in every sense of the way. The idea is to flood the board with gene-enhanced crazies and just, like, stress test your opponent. And just play War of Attrition with them. As my brother has found out twice in a row, I'm very good at outlasting people.
Yeah, at least this time I actually scored more.
Oh, at least this time you actually scored more, and at least you actually used your army's ability.
This is the Rangers, turn 1. I'm just gonna go 12 inches away from you.
Yeah, fuck whatever's in that direction falls back. So, the main things here in this army here, you are never going to worry about specimens for the spider. This is useless, because it's just, if you kill a character, well, you get to, if your melee attacks target a character, you can reroll wound rolls. And if you kill that character, everything within 6 of that character dying takes a battle, has to take a battle shock test. No ifs, ands, or buts. You are never going to see this be used. You are never going to see this be used. Because it's 2 command points. That's too much. That's too much to ask for. And you're just, like, there's too many things between you and that character. And unless it's a Primarch, you're just not going to bother. And again, anything asking for 2 command points is asking too much of you. So, the main ones that we focus on is these 5 right here. Monstrous Visages. This is just inherent -1 to get hit. So this is really, really good on Chosen.
Yeah,
So,
fuck.
like, it's really good on Chosen. It's really good on Terminators. You swing at me. Not only am I super tough, but you're hitting me on -1 now. And it just makes your stuff way more tanky than it needs to be. Well, than like what it should be. The masters are watching. There are very few times where like I did use this at all. But the idea is that it's fight on death. So, if your unit hasn't fought yet, because it's specifically, if that model's not fought this phase, roll 1d6. So this is the idea of, like, if I'm fighting Emperor's Children, and they charge me, and they kill a few of my guys. I pop that, and then I roll a d6 for each guy that died. And then on a 4-up, that guy gets to swing. Before I remove him. So, it's a reprisal. And then, if anybody dies, I bring them back with Diabolical Regeneration. This right here is just fucking ridiculous. Obliterators with this, you'll never lose Obliterators. Because it brings back the model full health. Obliterators are 2-man units. And they're 5 wounds each. That's 10 wounds. You bring that
At T7.
Yeah, a T7, possibly T8, depending on how well you roll these. And as the guy in the finals learned, T8 Obliterators, holy shit, are they hard to kill. Auto-stimulants, you're only using these on the Terminators. You are only using auto-stimulants on the Terminators or the Raptors. Sorry. Because you get to declare a charge even after you advance. So, you run Terminators up the board, or you run Raptors up the board, and then you just auto-stimulate and charge. If I actually advanced my...
bullshit strategy.
Yeah, the bullshit strategy. Like, everybody... The main advantage that World Eaters have, and why World Eaters are so fucking scary, is that they just have ways of getting in your deployment zone turn 1. They close the gap, they charge a unit, and then that unit's dead. And then, since your army's still so packed together, they just pile into the next unit beside them. And then you're stuck. And, like, 2 or 3 units of your army can't shoot. Because very few units pull out of combat and shoot. Then finally we have delayed mutations. This is when you need something to fucking die. So, it's 2 CP. So this is like a big risk. This is a big risk. But it's 2 CP. The unit that you activated on takes D3 mortal wounds in the command phase. But until the start of your next command phase, models in your unit have these selected augmentations in addition to any other augmentations they have. So you get to pick another augmentation. So like, if my Terminator, so say like I'm going up against, well, it'll be a scary unit right now. Say we're going up against Fulgrim. And I need Fulgrim fucking dead this turn. So, we spike the chart, like we get that off, we go from there. In this case, since my Terminators have 6 Power Fists, 2 Chain Fists, 2 Accursed Weapons, the best idea is to drown Fulgrim in more attacks. You just want to drown him. So we would obviously either choose Clonogeric Accelerants, which adds 1 to the attacks, or if we already have this, we choose +1 to their weapon skill and melee. We make it easier for them to hit. So that would be the idea. These are the ideas of this. And yeah, this really is focused really on this really did focus heavily on Raptors, Chosen, and Terminators. and obliterators. That's 4 units in the army this is heavily focused on. Whereas the rest are all grabbing objectives or are backfield operatives, which means, like, they're stopping people from getting into the back line. But then we have the Demon Prince of Chaos. Now, sadly, the Demon Prince will not benefit from anything Fabius is giving him, because all of these only affect infantry. And Demon Princes aren't infantry, they are monsters. But that's not the point. The Demon Prince is there to scare you. He is there to be the big spooky boy. He is the distraction Carnifex.
Distraction Carnifex.
Because if you don't kill him, he's a 10-inch moving model that will fuck your shit up. Because Demon Princes are quite scary, actually. Demon Princes actually hurt quite a lot. Where is it? Left Huron, Heretic, Astartes, Demon Prince. So we have a toughness 10, 10-inch moving unit, that gives benefit of cover for everything within 6 of him, and can reroll 1 hit roll and reroll 1 wound roll. And explodes, apparently.
That makes sense. He has 10 wounds.
Yeah, so, like, not only do you, like, park him beside, like, all your infantry, but, like, this guy's, like, he gets it. He really gets it. He's giving +1 to every unit beside him for, like, armor saves.
Does he get a leader?
No, he doesn't get leader. But yeah, so he hits hard. He's a big, scary boy. If you don't kill him, I'm getting tons of defensive stacking bonuses. But, like, if you don't pay it, like, you need to kill him, or it's just gonna get annoying. So that's what he does. But what does everyone else do around him? So, where's Fabius? So Fabius is the warlord. I could give less of a fuck of what he does. He is not here to kill things. That's the job of the chosen unit that he's standing with. So, with the chosen unit, he adds 1 to their strength of melee weapons, and adds 1 to the toughness. Oh, I guess those bonuses wouldn't stack, actually. Oh, well. He does not give Feel No Pain to the unit that he's with, sadly. But, like, hey, he gets 5+ Feel No Pain. Not bad. So, if I don't get the +1 toughness boost, his bodyguard unit does. Toughness 5 chosen. Hell yes, I'll take that any day of the week. Or if I do get that, and I don't get +1 to the strength of my weapons, strength 6 accursed weapons, still really fucking good. And that's all we're taking him for, is that we're taking him for these buffs.
Well, that's what he's meant for.
But yeah, like, we really don't care about anything that he's doing here. Because, like, yeah, sure, the Rod of Torment is, like, a melee autocannon with the 3 damage. But, like, we're really not caring about that. Like, worst he gets is to, like, a strength 6. So, good for him. Chaos Lord with Jump Pack. So, at, like, the Chaos Lord with Jump Pack, sadly, is, like, leaves a bit to be desired as a Chaos Lord. Really, you're taking him for the... You reduce the cost of a stratagem by 1. That's why you take him. And then he, like... This ability here is okay with Cruel Hunter. When he, like, wipes a unit out, instead of, like, consolidating 3, he consolidates 6. Which isn't bad. But as I said, we're taking him for, like, the fuck it we ball straight run at the enemy. Because, as I said, we gave him the prime specimen, so he has damage to lightning claws with rerolls. Which, with everything else that we've stacked on top of him, he's pretty fucking scary. Then we have the Chaos Lord. Well, we have the Sorcerer in Terminator armor. So we gave him a combi weapon, because the rest of my Terminators have combi. Combi weapons are okay, because they have anti-infantry 4+. So in this instance, Terminators can be murdering both infantry and heavy things. And with rapid fire. Yes, hitting on 4s, but if we get the 6, they hit on 3s instead. But we also have Infernal Gaze, just in case, and we can fire both of these off. So that's a lot good. That's really good too. But what we're taking him for is reroll, advance, and charge rolls. We are never deep striking these Terminators ever again. We're running them up the board. This is a solid brick of murder moving up the board and being an annoying stack.
You heard him charge the Terminators.
No, this is a unit you just want to pour fire into. Do not charge Terminators. Never charge Terminators. Unless you have Terminators yourself, or a unit that's equivalent, like Exalted 8-Bound, or Shining Blades. Or, because like even Wraith Blades found that like they struggle against Terminators.
Well, a 10-man blob, and the person making fucking 4-up invulnerable saves way more than they statistically should.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the sound.
The natural high rolling technique.
I can't hear you over the sound of me making saves.
Dang.
It's okay. I have Asherman. He'll just straight up kill 5 regardless of what the fuck you want to do.
But yeah, at that point, he's literally just there to tell the Terminators, like, hey, you guys can do it with rerolls. Because Abaddon really didn't help them. They were just there to make sure Abaddon could just kill something. This guy is making sure that the Terminators can kill something. Which means a lot more. Then after that, we have the regular Legionnaires. Moral support. Yeah, instead of the Terminators being moral support for Abaddon, the Sorcerer is being moral support for the Terminators. So, regular Legionnaires. These guys are surprisingly good. They're not like the bestest thing in the world, but they are fairly decent at whatever job you want them to do. Veterans of the Long War is that they make a melee attack, you reroll wound rolls of 1. The enemy is within range of an objective marker, you reroll wound rolls of 1. So they have more of a leaning towards melee, which is perfectly fine. Chaos Space Marines in melee are pretty scary. Because, like, chain swords, strength 4, AP 1, damage 1, 4 attacks each. Pretty fucking good, not gonna lie. Alright, I got a moment. I can join for a bit if you like. Yeah, come on in.
Yeah, man.
Come say hi to TCOM, Aramis, and my brother. Come say hi.
So, it's been a while since I actually joined the call when I think about it.
Yeah, it's been like forever since I've seen you.
To be fair, my gaming laptop's microphone going kaput because of whatever Windows update is going through right now isn't helping either.
That's fair. But yeah, so I took an autocannon today and a heavy bolter because I wanted to see like what was good, like what was better, the autocannon or the heavy bolter. The heavy bolter. The heavy bolter
Hands
is
down.
better than the autocannon in every way. In this instance, for just a regular CSM squad. That's what my Chaos Player buddy does with his termies. Yeah, but so we have 2 squads of 5. So they'll be hanging out in the back line and just like spread out, or like standing on an objective, and they'll just like pump heavy bolter shots into whatever targets I want them to, and just constantly popping off sustained hits. So that way I get heavy bolters hitting on 2s with sustained hits 5. Hitting on 3s, sorry. So we're hitting on 3s, and then sustained hits 5. So I get exploding 5 instead of 6s. At strength 5, if you want damage 2. So good cleanup unit. With the main melee unit basically going in and charging anything that moves. And like I said in the video, they're there to either kill something or die horrific deaths. It's 170 points, I could care less. Then we have Terminators. Where are my Terminators? Chaos Terminator Squad. This is the heart of the army, essentially. So, any one of the Fabius buffs just make these guys even scarier. HP? What's HP? Oh, Hellbrute. Yeah, we have a Hellbrute. So, like, +2 movement, that's 7-inch moving Terminators. +1 toughness, that's toughness 6 Terminators. +1 to attacks for melee weapons. Cool, awesome. +1 to +1 to weapon strength. Strength 9 weapons, strength 6 cursed weapons. Let's go. Oh yes, heavy bolter. You're responding to blade charge. Okay, yeah, heavy bolters in that case. Yeah, no, this is amazing. Or +1 to shooting. Cool. My combi bolters now hit on 3s with rerolls.
Oof.
Because at no point when you are playing with Terminators should you not be dark pacting. You should always be doing dark packs with Terminators.
In the match today, what were the
Okay, they joined in. Hey,
you had
Porky.
2-inch movement and what?
They had 2-inch movement and +1 to the strength of their weapons.
Okay, that's why you had the strength 9 shit. That's right.
Hey, Pork and Dork, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on? It's going good. I got my mouth filled with burgers right now, so I'm just like I'm just like I'm throating that shit. Like
Eating is important.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Slamming them back like Patrick from SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm.
And just vacuum.
You know it.
Where are the burgers from?
My Uruguayan friend made them.
Ooh, homemade.
Ooh.
My Uruguayan boyfriend made them.
Let's fucking go.
Nice.
And now there's ketchup all over my fucking hand.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Right. Yes, give me. I shall do the whole funnies, but I have to finish this, and then I
Sure.
shall throw it away.
While you do that, I will continue on to the Chosen. So, many competitive players have said that Chosen are a redundant unit, that Chosen are bad and stupid and stinky, and that no one should ever take them. I wish to tell these people that they are doo-doo brain nonsense. I wish to tell these people, look at cheaper Terminators for a second, and actually think with those brains that obviously have melted out of you from either your ears, nose, and or dick, and or other places. But Chosen are fucking fantastic. The fact that my brother charged 3 Wraith Lords into them, and they lasted so goddamn long. The fact
3 turns.
3 turns.
6 fight phases.
Yeah, 6 fight phases. 250 points.
All right, I'm officially around.
Let's
you know,
go.
TM, right? Let's go.
Introduce yourself.
Wait, say that again.
Introduce yourself.
What's up, gamers? I'm, you can call me Porky Dorky or Pork and Dork. I have 2 loves in this world, and the first of which is Warhammer, primarily fantasy, but I like both. I can fuck with both. You know, I'm a big GM. I do like weekly like Warhammer Fantasy roleplay streams, so yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah. And I'm I'm probably joining in on one of those. So let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
Chaos-
go.
Chaos
Let's
War.
go. Let's go.
More TTRPGs.
Yeah, for real. No, I love Whiffrip. It's a fantastic system, and I mean by extension, because Cubicle 7's doing Imperium Maledictum as well, the 40k one, and I mean like they're pretty like lateral. I don't know. I like them. I could go on for years. I think it's a whole thing.
They're also going to be releasing a Horus Heresy one pretty soon here.
I heard about that. Yeah, they're releasing in a Horus Heresy, and I believe they're doing an Old World as well. Yeah.
Super excited about the Horus Heresy one.
We're all excited for it.
Definitely, the Horus Heresy one sounds.
And Iron
Are they
Warrior
gonna
and Night
revamp
Lord
the Kill
Warfare.
Team?
Are they gonna revamp Kill Team? This isn't Kill Team, bro. This is like a
Yeah,
actual-
Yeah.
Or Death Watch, that's what it was. The Death Watch one.
Probably not.
No.
That's Wrath and Glory.
Yeah, Wrath and Glory is different.
Well, no, there was the Final Fantasy Flight games, which had Death Watch, Only War,
Yeah, I played.
Rogue
we played
Trader,
Those ones. We played those.
and
Mhm.
there's one more.
We did play those.
Dark Heresy.
Necromunda? Was Necromunda also Fantasy Flight?
No, Necromunda is GW directly.
Yeah.
Necromunda is a
was trying to
very
remember, it's been
different
forever.
beast, so. Actually, Porkendork, do you know Necromunda?
Yeah, I know a bit about Necromunda. I don't know, like, I've never played the tabletop system, but I've seen people play it. I've seen videos about it. I have the video game. I've never played it myself though.
Oh, it is really fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Hell yeah.
It very much wants you to like role play and everything with it too, because like you name each and every character you bring. Like your
Is
gang...
Necromunda anything like Mordheim? I played Mordheim. Are those similar?
It's Mordheim basically. Well, Mordheim
Okay.
is supposed to be Necromunda, but fantasy.
Okay, yeah.
Nuzlocke. Pokemon Nuzlocke.
And,
Okay, damn, you're right, but also, how dare you compare them?
So, when it comes to Necromunda, it's very much like you build your gang. Your gang has to have a leader, and then it has to have a lieutenant. But then you can take as many other guys as you want, so long as it like fits within like the price that you and the group agree with. And then, as you guys progress through the campaign, the more kills and objectives that your gang members complete, the more experience they get, which then you can use to buy upgrades and abilities for them, and just tons of other stuff too. And each mission has like its own story and roleplay narrative, and you can actually like negotiate with your fellow players too. Like there's whole mechanics for it. It's really fun. And by the
Hell
way,
yeah, it sounds like a good time.
it is a very good time. But just to let you know, you can play Chaos Cults in it.
I'm already doing the absolute cinema meme right now. Like you can't see me, but I'm doing it. Okay.
I actually am my 3 favorite gangs to play were Chaos Cults, Enforcers, and Clan Escher,
Nice, yeah.
which is the all-female
Gang.
Holy shit. Can't speak English.
Yeah. What are words?
What are words? Hey, Random.
Hey, Random, how you doing? Great to see you.
He saw that one gif of your character, and he's just like, he's enamored now.
Yeah. Well, so the meme is that every single new art iteration, the character cell, her assets become larger with each iteration, and it's just gotten to the point where like I literally started near flat chest, and now we're here, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh my god,
Oh,
this is the
so-
Power Girl
So you
theory.
pulled a Nami from
Yeah,
One Piece.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, no,
my
there's
my
a-
character.
That's a
like, pulled
good
on me.
intake of milk you got going on.
Oh my god, there's actually a thing from DC where one of the artists who drew Power Girl, he kept
Yes,
drawing her chest.
I
Just
remember
kept
that.
doing it.
Yeah, he kept drawing her chest increasingly larger until editorial asked him to stop.
I mean, the more you can get
They
away with.
never did. To this day, it just keeps
You
getting
get
bigger and
stronger
bigger.
every cup size it goes up.
I mean, to be fair, like I always associate Power Girl with having like massive boobies, so like
Well,
maybe, you know, like.
I mean, she is supposed to be Supergirl from like the original before Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll be like that one lady from America's Got Talent where she was crushing cans with her breasts.
Oh my god, I forgot
What?
about that lady.
Yeah, you've never seen that?
Or no, it was X Factor, not America Got Talent, but she sat there and it was just like, so what's your talent? I'm gonna crush all these cans with my breasts. And you're like, how redneck is this woman?
And then you see it happen, and you're kind of scared, but also like
At the same time, yeah.
Law to it.
Look, I'm just saying, get yourself a Louisianan GF who'll crush cans with her boobs and serve you spaghetti and butter. You know.
I'd rather keep my
I thought you were
skull
gonna say gumbo.
intact.
Crush cans with her boobs.
Wait.
Crush watermelons with her thighs.
What side of Louisiana?
No.
Tikal?
Random. Random.
Tikal?
You
Take
know,
home?
we're a horny
Don't.
chat. You know this. You know exactly what's happening here. Like I met.
As a
Porky Dorky-
Texan, my opinion of you is gonna change based on your answer.
Ooh, a Texan. We're rivals then, Mr. Man. Ooh. I'm squinting my eyes in a hostile manner right now. Ooh.
I see what's happening. Well, you know what? It would be even better.
The
if
East
I could've
Coast
gotten
person
my
just
fucking
watches
Emperor's
in
Children
entertainment.
box. God, that
The,
was.
the snow Texans up here.
How
Like
many are
random,
you
all the
from
cool
South?
people. Well, no, never mind.
I think Aramis, you're Northern American, right? You're
Say,
from the States?
born and raised in Pennsylvania, and currently living somewhere else on the East Coast. No, you will not find me. I will only find you.
I have no
Vermont.
idea where Pennsylvania is. I'm an uneducated Canadian, not an uneducated American.
Yes, so East Coast. Say, in between where the capital is and New York City, we have this
Ah,
terrible thing we refer to as Jersey that keeps all the ocean filth away from the rest of us.
It's near you.
Yeah, that's how you'll find PA.
But yeah, Porky Dork, I'm Canadian, by the way.
Yes, I'm aware.
As Penken Arts has put it, oh great, he's worthless.
It's that.
I am the cheap ass editor for videos.
I feel you.
Cause like I like just like everybody's like prices for me. It's like, yeah, it's like $30 Canadian. It's just like, dude, that's like minimum wage for like the rest of us. And I'm like,
Look, I live in the swamp, so like I got I don't know. I got nothing to say when it comes to living in like some weird vague
bro, that
armpit where
explains a
everything is,
lot
like, kinda
about
cheap.
You want to hear
Terraform.
how I describe where we live to Americans? Just think of Texas, but with a lot of snow.
Okay, yeah,
and
that's
actual
fair.
infrastructure that can handle it.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to snow this far south.
And stop melting the
Well,
icebergs.
we like to share here.
Yeah, we're just sharing the love of the Great White North, ye. But yeah, just to let you all know why Chosen are great. The ability to be
Holy
able
snow.
to advance and fall back and still shoot and charge. Do you know how many units in 40k would kill for an ability like that? All of them. And the fact that Chosen are consistent in damage and just procking, yeah, these guys are terrifying. 250 points for a cheap Terminator unit that can advance and fall back and still charge. They're killing something, and they're toughing it out with the rest of them. They can go 100 rounds of Pork and Dork.
Damn, 100. Now, I'm gonna be honest, they couldn't go 101 rounds, because, you know, no one beats me 100 times in a row, but,
Exactly.
you know, like, 100 rounds is crazy.
Exactly.
They're chosen because you chose them, you know,
I
that's
chose
why they're...
them very well.
There you
Oh, we
go,
got a
yeah.
bot. Kill that bot. Matching footprint. Get this bot out of here.
Get the
Move
fuck
it.
out of here.
Kill it.
Get the fuck out of here. Kill it.
Kill it with fire. And then we have raptors.
Yeah.
Bot sacrifice time. Woo!
I fucking love sacrificing bots.
As we're going over chaos stuff, sacrificing to the chaos god.
Ooh, look, more sacrifices, says the Master of Possession. So, Raptors,
Interesting. I like that one for no reason.
Master of Possession.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Continue. What were you saying about the Raptors? They seem pretty cool.
So, the Raptors here are just either, for this instance, for this list, they are just an escort for the Lord with Jetpack. They're just meant to get him to point A to B, and then whatever happens is whatever happens around them. They got 2 melt the guns, so it's just like, hey, we need to put some extra damage on an armored vehicle or kill something that the Havocs didn't. So we'll just put those 2 shots there, and then we'll just be sitting in the middle of the enemy army, giving a -1 to all their leadership, and then everybody has to take a battle shock test, and they're in engagement range with us. So if you're in melee combat with them, you're forced to take a leadership. That's literally all they're there to do. They're just there to be an annoying problem. Much like I am to a lot of people.
Announcer of games won't leave they won't leave. They're inside my walls. No. Like I'm just like screaming.
It's a mole. He's inside your floor.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, wait. I live in an apartment. How does that work?
I live
You still have a floor.
My neighbors, they're freaking
Wait,
out.
so do you live on the bottom floor or do you live on like one of the topper floors?
I live on the top floor.
Oh,
All you hear is your neighbors screaming, "Who is this?"
I live in like that little. I live like in that little like little space between the ceiling and your floor, like your neighbor's
hell
ceiling
yeah.
and your floor. I live in there, and then I just kind of like scratch underneath your bed
Based,
every night. Little warp.
Really awkward. But also, that's some pretty good ASMR.
God, I will never live that down. Porky, would you like to hear the story of what happened when I first collab with Spee?
Yeah, give it to me.
So, I meet Lost in Spiral. Well, I don't meet her, but I'm introduced to her through Penkid Arts, because he's like, hey, come visit my friend and watch us stream together. I'm like, in for a penny.
Sure.
Slowly over time, I get to know Spee. Like, I watch her stuff. I, like, send her some stuff. Like, first, it's a totally legal, not illegal, way of playing Wii games.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. yeah, of course.
But then later on, I helped make something for her model.
Sure.
And then after that, like, it was just, hey, why don't we play Mario Party together on stream? And she's like, yeah, sure, that sounds like a great idea. And then the day before we're set to stream, I announce it on my Discord server to promote it. And my brother really likes VTubers. So he's
Classic,
never heard of Lost in Spiral. So he's like, oh shit, who is this girl? I'm very interested in learning about her. So he checks out her YouTube page, not her Twitch. And Spee has ASMR, spicier content on YouTube. So,
sure, yeah.
I come to my computer after, like, I take a break because I was working on something. I come back, I see a DM from my brother on Discord, and I open it up and it says, so is there something we need to talk about?
Is there?
I was honestly just kind of like taken aback. I'm like, how did he get affiliated with this?
Where?
Sometimes you just fall into some weird communities, okay?
Yeah, like
It just happens,
One of those instances where it's just like,
JC, can you undo this sticker?
just one of those instances where it's like, where the fuck did this come from? When did a Warhammer creator like fall in with a not safe for work hypnolamia? And it's just like, you go where the water goes, my guy.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like, I have been a both for forever, basically, and it's very funny because sometimes I'll meet like bigger Warhammer content creators, and they're like, oh damn, this person knows a lot about Warhammer Fantasy. That's cool. And then they follow me, and then they unfollow me because they see all the crazy shit I'm into. I'm like, I don't blame them. That's fair. Like,
You can't say that because then you look at Project Melody.
That's true.
First of all, that's a fully different situation.
Not only Project Melody, but like Bricky, Madara.
Oh, Bricky.
I was watching a lot of Bricky's Command and Conquer
Oh,
videos on
Bricky.
YouTube.
Oh god,
Bricky
I
became a
rewatched those,
content
those are
husband.
great.
It's his own fault.
I love Bricky's Command and Conquer videos. Like, holy shit, those are great.
Yeah, no, like literally, we just I just downloaded Kane's Wrath and Red Alert 3 this past week, and then me and my subject we've been running LAN games of fucking Kane's Wrath, and it's fantastic.
Yo, I gotta
Oh
get
my
myself some
God.
fucking Kane's Wrath up in here. Oh my god. Wait, actually, what game?
You know how
what
much
game
I
do you
miss
play?
LAN games?
Well, you have to do LAN games for Command and Conquer because GameSpy's down. You could do like I guess you could do like a Game Ranger or something,
I forgot
right?
GameSpy went down. Yeah.
I'm gonna increase the size of this.
No, I remember like logging my computer over to my friend's house so you can go play Halo on LAN together.
Yeah, that's a mood for real.
It was a vibe I miss.
Remember, you can't capitalism in space, and Red Alert says so.
That's well, no, it's so funny because like even Tim Curry is laughing at that line because it's so fucking silly. But Red Alert 3, despite being in the more you'd think realistic universe, the Tiberium universe is way more grounded than Red Alert because Red Alert has like time travel. I mean, there's
Yeah.
that one part with like
They
Yuri's
tried to kill
Revenge where-
Einstein.
What do you
Yeah.
mean try?
They did kill him in
They did kill him in 3. Yeah.
Yeah, there was
Oh.
no try. They succeeded.
In
killed Lou Albano
in
in
Yuri's
3.
Revenge, he takes over the entire planet and makes everyone mind control slaves, and he uses giant tanks shaped like brains to control everyone. And it's the most absurd fucking nonsense
You
ever. Like,
You can tell everyone involved with that had so much fun
Oh, God,
recording their lines.
no, for real.
Oh my god. We're going to the last place they expect. Space!
You guys ever play Generals, like Command and Conquer Generals?
Yep. Generals
that
is
game
like
was racist.
how the fuck did Generals come out in the era, especially with all like the 9/11 stuff? Like I'm actually really surprised that game came out.
I remember it's just like, please sir, can I have sandals? And I'm like, I'm sitting
Yeah.
here as a kid
Oh,
going, this
thank
is
you for the
making-
new shoes.
I'm like, this is making me extremely uncomfortable. And then like,
AK-74 used for
thank
everybody.
you, 47s for everybody, and we're just like, me and my brother are laughing at that. But like now thinking back, I'm like, oh, this is extremely uncomfortable. Oh god, what the fuck were they thinking? Oh, you know what? Generals is even more racist because they had Chinese hackers, and like they moved ridiculously stupid. God.
I'm trying to remember which of Generals was like the funniest unit. I think for me it was the guy who, it's the mail truck, like the bomb truck where the guy talks about delivering mail and it can disguise himself as other vehicles, and
Oh,
the
I
AI just
remember
doesn't
that.
notice. So you can just like disguise yourself as like builders or something and just go into the enemy base and then just boom.
Yeah,
you know?
I remember that. God damn
Classic.
it, that's so stupid. What other strategy games do you play? Because like I mostly play like Dawn of War, Total War, Warhammer. I have other
Yeah.
strategies.
So let me just kind of go through the list here.
D-Mob.
I think, yeah. I think one of my first RTS games was probably Tiberium Wars, honestly, as a kid. So I really like the Command and Conquer series, like pretty much all of them. I really like, let's see, Star Wars Empire at War. I love all the Total Wars. That was another one I started with, right? So like Medieval 2,
Oh,
Shogun 2,
Oh, girl, girl, we gotta play
stuff like
Empire
that,
Wars
right?
sometime.
So that's all like very quality stuff. I'm trying to think of other like RTS games that I really kind of, because for me it's like if it's RTS or Grand Strategy, like it's pretty good. Like I like it.
Agreed. But fucking Empire at War, that shit is great.
Yeah, that's the modding community is going really strong.
Oh,
still,
yeah.
which is crazy.
That made me so happy. Ooh, Yara's live too. Sick.
I know Awakening of the Clone Wars just had its public release.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was
I'm-
trying Reverend's Revenge the other month, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Hmm.
I'm constantly reminded I do not play RTSs. I do turn-based stuff. That's why I'm a Fire Emblem fan.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
There's nothing wrong with Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem is one of those games where it's like sink or swim, bitch. I ain't no helicopter daddy.
Please don't remind me of my first time ever playing Sacred Stones.
Oh, dude, some guy on like my brother's hockey bus, because my brother used to play hockey back in the day. He had Fire Emblem for like the Game Boy, and I'm like, oh, cool,
Yeah.
what's that? He's showing me, and I got like his favorite character killed, so we had to restart the whole game. That's
Yeah,
how
you
I
didn't
learned
know
that
that?
Fire Emblem.
I cannot tell you how traumatic it is in the era before casual. The RNG is merciless. It knows what you love, and it will take it from you.
PlayStation doesn't have a lot of RTS games, does it?
No, not really. Not that I can think of.
I mean, console in general doesn't have a big RTS library compared to PC, just because like it's harder to do RTS
You
games on
RTS
console.
on a
How
console.
fucked is it that Nintendo has more RTS games on their console than Xbox and PS3? Well,
I mean,
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I mean, the only one I can think that was like specific to Xbox was Halo Wars 1, and then CA made Halo Wars 2, and that's for PC as well.
No,
And then I
there
think-
was also
they released-
the Tom Clancy strategy game. The one you
What,
could
And
the one you could like.
Those
I
three
think so.
consoles?
It had like the voice commands. That was like the big selling point.
I believe that was Tom Clancy's End War. That's on PC.
Yeah.
I have it. Yeah.
Well, originally and first came out on Xbox and was ported over to PC, if I remember correctly.
Oh, really? Huh. I had
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah, you can't get Halo Wars 2 on Steam.
No, you can get it on the Microsoft Store.
Yeah,
That's
you can
it?
get it on the
Okay.
Microsoft Store. Yeah. I have like the Ultimate like collection or whatever.
Let's
'cause,
fucking go!
Yeah. So.
You know what? I need someone to go through the Halo Wars campaigns with me, because I know Speed's not going to do it.
Are Halo Wars like co-op?
I'll do it.
Yeah, the
I
Halo Wars
forgot.
co-op. Halo Wars is co-op.
Bro, let's fucking go.
Bro, let's fucking go. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Warp,
Yeah.
warp, mommy, and warp moly. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
As T comes, it's
Something
like,
like
finally
that.
passed over again.
Speaking of games with multiplayer, you know, Total War Empire got a multiplayer update a few months
Yeah.
ago.
I play it with my
I
brother.
saw.
That's
I
so
saw
cool.
that. I was like, I had been like, I remember I was sitting there. I was like, "Oh, Empire Total War has an update." I'm like, what? This game hasn't been updated in like 10 years.
Oh, this is a
What's
different-
going on?
This is a different Total War game, isn't it? I'm thinking like Total War Warhammer.
No. So, Total War Empire is the Total War game that basically focuses on like the colonial era of Britain and the start of the American Revolution.
Oh.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
that
No.
so you have to understand that multiplayer campaigns was not a thing until Shogun 2. So it was just battles. Like everything, the campaign was just single player the whole time. So the fact that they went to Empire, they not only gave it fucking Android and iPhone support, but also made it multiplayer is so weird, but
Yeah.
awesome. Like,
Bro, they put that shit on phones?
yeah.
Oh,
least-
the
at least
original
we had, like, a
Rome is
fun
on.
time.
You can play on your phone.
Oh, shit.
Fucking speaking of just like games or companies doing that, one of the other reasons I was playing Command and Conquer recently was because a few days ago, Command and Conquer Red Alert and almost all of them except for Tiberian Sun and Red Alert 2, all of them had their source code like EA actually came in and released the source code and gave each of the games Steam's Workshop support, which is rare based EA moment, which is very rare.
Rare EA.
EA almost
What the
never has a
fuck?
beast moment
What?
unless somebody took a head trauma.
Somebody
apparently-
at EA had a good idea.
Oh, what happened was I think it was because if I remember correctly, it was heralded by one of the modders who worked on the remaster, and so he decided to work with EA to like make that
Let's fucking go.
like happen. So
I
Dang.
was shocked when they said, like, they announced that, and I'm like, who murdered the CEO at EA, and who do I need to thank?
Yeah.
We've all had that thought.
I mean, with EA also releasing their legacy titles like Sims 1 and 2, for example. I mean, like I'm a big Sims fan. You know, like classic like girl gamer moment, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I really like The Sims. And so I don't know, like maybe EA is like, damn, our FIFA numbers are like kind of dog shit, and everything else is like in a dumpster. So maybe we should like kind of try and retain our old fan base. Like that's what I'm thinking they're doing. Like that's my thought. Like maybe they have some good ideas coming. Maybe I don't know. I'm hoping. Like
We'll have to see.
We can hope.
Maybe Jedi Fallen Order 2, with such a horrible release, has finally kicked their asses into gear to stop being stupid.
yeah, yeah.
This is not the machine you're looking for. That's Jedi Fallen Order 2. I still love those reviews. Those were the best fucking... what was the reviews for that? I want to look that up quick. Best Jedi Fallen Order 2 reviews. Son of a bitch. Jedi Survivor review thread. No, this isn't the best. God damn it. No, it's not sad. Shit. Never mind. But yeah,
Yeah.
do you also play Dawn of War as well?
I played. I mostly played Dawn of War 2. I don't have a lot of experience with 1. I have it. I just haven't played a lot of it. And then I've never played Dawn of War 3.
I played Dawn of War 3. I sit here with.
I
Dawn of
heard
War
it was.
3.
Don't
I
waste
heard it
your
wasn't very
time.
good. Yeah.
It's frustrating. Something to know about me is that I do like other reviews, right? Like I review like all these games too. I've currently done reviews for Halo Wars, Dawn of War 3, which that was an experience again.
Sure. Yeah.
Because like Dawn of War 1, when it came out, it had 4 factions, and then its expansion packs, like by the end of it, we had like 9 factions. Dawn of War 2 starts off with 4 factions, introduces a faction DLC. So Chaos Rise against Chaos Marines, and then Retribution introduced Imperial Guard. So 6 factions by the end of that. Dawn of War 3 started off with 3 factions and never got DLC.
Classic.
So all you get is Marines, Eldar, and Orcs. And
I mean, yeah.
someone liked the Knife Ears. The guys who made the game clearly liked the Eldar a lot because the Eldar were the most broken army in the game.
I mean, like Relic kind of has been dropping the ball like pretty hard recently. I mean, didn't they also did Company Heroes 3, and that was kind of like terrible from what I remember.
It had a pretty bad launch. They just released their new DLC for it.
Yeah, it's like because I really liked I really liked Company Heroes 1. And then I played 2 and I was like, this is a little like e-sporty, but like yeah. Okay, like I can it's still fun. I can deal with it. And then I just heard all this like craziness about Company Heroes 3, and it kind of feels like it's kind of like the same path that Dawn of War took. Like with Dawn of War 1, everyone's like, dude, this game fucking rocks. And then Dawn of War 2, it's like it's different, but it's still good,
Yeah.
And then Dawn of War 3, it's like, it's a dumpster fire.
I plan on
Yeah,
going
I
back to
remember
Dawn of War 2.
doing a lot of PvP in Dawn of War 1 with my brother and a couple friends.
God.
And then
nice,
it's like,
yeah.
cool, this is entertaining. We sit there and end up in a lot of stalemates because we have no idea how to fucking progress it. Dawn of War 2, it's just like, it's okay, you can kind of progress things, but it's different, but you can still find enjoyment. And then Dawn of War 3, okay, we have back and forths, and no one wins.
There's a lot of problems with Dawn of War 3. Like, there's a lot of really good ideas with it. Like, they have a doctrine system, so, like, you can tailor an army build to your playstyle. So, like, you can increase the movement of your regular infantry when they're not in combat. Or, you can remove the setup time for heavy weapons. Or, you can have your tanks get a shield generator, so you can have a more focus on armored units kind of a thing. But the problem is that, like, you can only unlock these doctrines by playing with characters and hero units that you don't want to play with. And they take forever to level up. And then, like, there's the hero units themselves. Some heroes were made more equal than others. The the orcs just get fucked on their super unit. Like the Morkanaut, sorry, is the worst super unit out of the three. And for Eldar, why would you ever take a Wraith Knight over Farseer, Taldir, the Wraith Knight? Because Farseer, Taldir can jump.
Mhm.
So she's got like tons of movement
Motherfucker.
options. And it's just, there's a lot of good ideas, and it drives me nuts. And I genuinely think if they were allowed to cook, I think it could have been okay. But they weren't allowed to cook. They canceled it after like 6 months.
That's what I like. I don't know. I'm very frustrated by the modern gaming industry and their constant level of like at least if you're like a AA company or above, right? There's like this constant, okay, we're gonna release a game, but it's gonna be buggy as shit, and we're just going to promise you that it's gonna get good in like a year's time. And in like 99% of cases nowadays, all of them are just shutting down before those promises are ever met because they're never met.
Well, you know what's fucked? Dawn of War 3 wasn't buggy at all for me.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It functioned perfectly.
I just heard it was
fine.
bad. I don't know anything about, like, I never played it.
It functioned perfectly fine. It has a very fun and cool art style. It's before that time, before like Primaris Marines for Warhammer 40k, so it's like the traditional Space Marine looks and everything. But,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's that like it's like that early 2010s look for 40k. Game functions perfectly fine. But it's just they tried to make it League of Legends for like the online mode.
Yeah.
But with like with like an RTS style that was a mix of Dawn of War 1 and 2. So imagine like trying to get like the base building of 1 with the unit management of 2.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's interesting, but like as I said, like there's just a lot of things holding it back, and they weren't allowed to cook. And then even worse is that if you played the game and you beat it, and then you waited until after the credits, the next faction they were going to introduce was Necrons. So now what you can do about it?
Very sad.
It feels the fucking
What is it with their? I don't know. Maybe it's just like it's the curse of the three, right? Like
It's the curse of 3. Dead Space.
Maybe that's why the bell won't count to 3.
I even though I like Immortal Empires and it's like kind of like entirety, I kind of feel, especially with like just when we're comparing just like releases like Total War Warhammer 3, kind of like really fucked up, like really bad. Like
Yeah. Chaos.
and that's just like kind of crazy because like Total War Warhammer 1 and 2 kind of released like pretty good. So I don't know why 3's release was just so tempestuous.
Well, it's because like demons were such a hard army to figure out and program, because they don't have armor. They're ethereal kind of thing. So what do you do about that? Like, how do you program that in? And then you have to like make them solidly focus on that faction. So then
Yeah.
you have, and that's a problem. Like a lot of new players is like, oh, I want to play Khorne, but Khorne has no magic and gets absolutely shit stomped by cavalry ranged and magic armies. And then you play Nurgle, and you're like, okay, these guys are incredibly tough, but they're so fucking slow. And then they gave them the mechanic of their structures go through a cycle, and people just didn't want to sit through that. And then Slaanesh was just like, don't even fucking bother, because your units can't take a hit. And then everybody who played Siege was just like, why is this the most broken army in the game? Because they have magic projectiles that go through armor and just ignore your toughness, so they just melt units instantly.
I'm not sure. Yeah, go on.
And then like when it came to Kislev, they were just the Empire, but now with a very East Europe kind of feel. And then you introduce fucking Cathay. I can't speak English. I'm so bad. You introduce
What is
Cathay.
English?
You introduce Cathay, and they're just better ranged Empire, which didn't make them feel unique at all until like a lot of their updates came out. And then you had ogres. Who the fuck cares about ogres?
Oh, you're talking Total War Warhammer 3 now.
Yeah, Total War when it first came out.
Hmm.
So like, there was like a lot of problems with it when it came out because it's just like trying to figure out a way how to balance it, and no one could. And then eventually they did figure it out. But yeah, like that's how they dropped the ball. Is that like just trying to figure out how to make these factions work with all the other factions was just a nightmare.
Honestly, I am still like I don't know when it comes to like fantasy how much you know about the Dogs of War, but I am like a Southlander Stacy, okay? I'm like a Dog of War. I don't have a proper fucking noun, but I love the Dogs of War. I love the Southlands, and I've been waiting for it since Warhammer 1, and I'm just like, all right, where is it, CA? And then like CA's just like gone dark for like 6 months. I'm like, oh, we're fucked. It's Jover. Like yeah, like you know, like my first Warhammer Fantasy roleplay campaign that I GM'd was, you know, a custom Borderlands campaign. Like I love the Borderlands. Like I love like that whole like region. Talia, Astalia, and all them. Like I want my fucking pasta, my fantasy pasta boys, and I can't get them. I want them.
Mixture
You
of
know.
orcs, ogres,
Yes.
humans, and halflings and dwarves. Just give
Exactly.
me all of them, and then the rest of us are just like, the fuck's wrong with you? And you're like, I can't pick one. I have to have all of them.
Look, all right, the halfling hot pot. All right, hedge witches. Okay, like
Let me
they're
have
cool.
my goblins. So I don't. So Warhammer Fantasy and me, I never really got into it till I got into Total War Warhammer, right?
Kind of the same, honestly. I knew about Warhammer from Space Marine 1, but I didn't know a lot about fantasy until I played Total War 1 from like 2016
Yeah,
or Warhammer 1.
I got into it with Warhammer Total Warhammer 2.
Okay, yeah.
And trying to learn Warhammer Fantasy when I was like so deeply entrenched in 40k was like a hammer to my brain because I'm like, wait, Chaos is a lot more like not as gray in fucking fantasy. Like Chaos is just very much like, nah, we're the bad guys.
Yeah. Go on.
Because like in 40k, like everybody's a shade of evil. So like there's a lot like you can't just look at Chaos and say like, oh, you're the worst, and then Chaos just points out like, you wear the skin of your fucking slaves too. Don't at me.
True. I like in fantasy. There's a lot more, and I think especially because like when you're thinking about the origins of fantasy, it came up as like, you know, essentially as a D&D alternative back when James Workshop was, you know, was doing like D&D stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it's just kind of a natural transition over. So that's why we have like even the reason the Chaos Gods even exist was because the original alignment of like original Warhammer was like order versus chaos, right? The order gods like Sulcan and like the god of like the light and the sun and everything, versus the chaos gods, and then it kind of, you know, gained its own identity with like Khorne and Tzeentch and Slaanesh and all them, right? And then the order gods kind of died out in favor of like the more the pantheon of like just the normal gods, right? Like that aren't like crazy, that are like normal. But you know, some of them are still like evil as fuck, but you know, they're not like chaos, right? Like. And so kind of that was kind of the defining thing that kind of put Warhammer Fantasy into its own space. And I think what I really enjoy about that as well is that I like how, like, if like a city, if a planet in 40k gets like destroyed, I feel like in most cases it's not important unless it's like
no, there's why do I care?
Exactly. If Prague falls, everyone's fucked. Like there's a much higher, and I think just because of the population numbers as well, there's a much higher, like, if one guy dies, that's a problem. Like if one guy falls to chaos, that's a problem. And like even the, like when it comes to chaos, like Warriors of Chaos, evil as fuck, like totally evil. But the Norscan people who live under the Jarl's thumb, some of them like especially if you read like the Sea of Claws book, and there's a couple other books,
They're just trying
it
to
really
live their
like
lives.
yeah, it's really cool. Like the Bjornling tribe, for example, one of the Norscan tribes, they hate physical mutation. They actually view physical mutation as the gods like cursing you, essentially. So it's basically like if you have the gods' favor, it's like, yeah, like bro, there's a fucking Yeti and he's coming in and he's gonna eat my children. Corn, please help me fight off this fucking Yeti. He's gonna eat my children. And you do it and you're like, fuck yeah, right? But then otherwise, you know, if you piss off the gods by asking them too many prayers, they're gonna give you a third arm and you're gonna get kicked out of the tribe. Fuck you. And they like trade regularly with Marienburg and shit. And it's just kind of interesting how there's kind of there's a threshold of chaos worship, right? Like you can do it a little bit and you'll still be mostly okay, maybe until the end, you know, when the Ever Chosen and starts uniting all the tribes, then it's like, all right, buddy, you gotta pick a side, but you know, until then, right?
You can't fence it anymore, motherfucker. You're either full Zinch or you're not.
Exactly. Yeah, it's so cool because in my fucking game that we're doing, the party, they started as like kind of neutral. They just fell to chaos because in our Act 2, their whole thing was trying to stop constant Drachenfels from returning,
Oh,
right?
God.
And they fell to chaos to try and stop Drachenfels because he was that powerful, right? So they end up falling to fucking chaos and like giving themselves marks of chaos and just going like full like evil. And it's pretty crazy because like they used to be like, hey guys, let's be morally good characters, kind of, right? Kind of anti-hero-ish. And now they're completely okay with like child murder. Like it's crazy. like I mean we're like 90 sessions in, right? So like we've had like an actual like very organic fall to chaos.
You can't just start at baby murder. You have to work your way up to it, you know?
You can't just
True.
drop the fish in the tank. You gotta drop the bag in with it. Let it float around a while. I fucking so I also DM stuff, right? Like I DM Black Crusade, I DM D&D, all that kind of stuff. The Black Crusade campaign that I DM for my brother and our friends back in the day, they were trying to make like their own Chaos Warband kind of a thing. And
Yeah, that makes sense.
I started them out on like a decrepit space station in the warp. And it's kind of like imagine like Tatooine, but like it's a space station.
Sure.
And so, as the group is walking through it, I'm like trying to describe the place. And like, there's just a dad who's casually like tied his son to a table and is just hucking knives at him. Just hucking knives at him for like no reason. Because it's just like, I don't know, the kid fucked up or something. And my brother's just like, can I go check that out over there? I'm like, yeah, sure. And my brother, as a full Chaos Space Marine champion, so full like 10-foot tall power armor freak, walks up to this man and is like, hello, good sir. May I try what you're doing? And I, like, a regular human sees Chaos Space Marine. He's just like, yes, my lord, please do whatever you want. I'm not going to say no to you.
Yeah.
And so my brother says, so I take my broadsword. Like, I take my power sword here. And then I wind up and then I whip it at the kid, but I'm intentionally trying to miss. Like, I want to just miss his head just barely. And I'm like, okay, roll to hit. This is a percentile system. So, so you want to roll below your stat, percentile-wise. So that's how you get, like, degrees of success. My brother rolls a crit 100 fail. So
there you go.
As my brother
It was
said,
pretty impressive that I rolled a 100.
So, essentially, he fails by all the degrees of success. And so he wanted to miss. So the main thing of failure is hitting. He hits the child and basically like destroys him. And my brother's just standing there as the entire party is laughing at him for murdering this child. And my brother just turns to the father and says, I am so sorry. Here's a thing to compensate you. And the man's just like, don't worry about it, my lord. I have like 5 more. Don't stress. Because, you know, he's trying not to piss off the guy who just murdered his child.
Yeah, of course.
And then, after that, the freak of our fucking party walks up to the dad's like, so you gonna eat that?
Fucking Jack Orn. Yeah, we had 2 cultists. One was named Jack Orn and the other was Jack Orf.
Get it?
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like it's the human soldier named a Human. Yeah, you know, there you go, you know.
They didn't last long. Let's put it that way. They got friendly fired.
Yeah, they tried to do mutiny.
They try to do a mutiny with the human slaves aboard.
We
the ship.
introduced them to space without suits.
Well, you introduced
Classic.
one to space without a suit. The other one killed himself.
Yeah, that's fair.
The other one committed self-termination.
The only downside is that we lost the best NPC cultist named Bubba.
There was a guy on the ship named Bubba. He was a really big dude. He was kind of smelly, but he was very nice and very sweet. His job was to hit a piston whenever it screamed at him.
Did he do his job well?
He did his job
He did
very
it so well.
It like everyone was so enamored with him, and I'm like, this is just like this is like my Forrest Gump kind of character. I just kind of like made him for fun, and everyone loved him. And then he died because the two cultists tricked him into joining their rebellion against the Space Marines, and then they died. And then later on, I brought him back as a Herald of Nurgle. And he had like this little
Hell
helmet
yeah.
hit with a hammer.
Well, on my end, it's funny you mentioned Penkin. I was actually gonna go hang out with Penkin, but then he was doing other stuff, so I hopped in here. But gonna go hang out. But it was really awesome, like talking with you guys. Like I'm stealing you guys, you know.
I should ask Penkin to invite
Yeah,
me
it was
over.
great talking
He
to you,
has yet
Corp.
to fucking do that.
Hell yeah, gamers.
Yeah. I should also
yeah.
end the stream here right away because like I need to go cook dinner.
Hell yeah. Well, I hope you guys have a good time. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Cool.
Of course.
Hope
Have
to,
a good one.
we need to organize something to play Halo Wars together.
Let's do it. Yeah, no, for real. Like, just DM me whenever. Like,
Yeah, let's fucking go.
we'll get something sorted.
Yeah, let's do this. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
bye bye.
Bye bye.
Very sweet person. Very much enjoyed that.
He was out of the blue.
Well, I invited
Mhm.
I invited her on. But chat, if you can, go follow Porky Dorky on Twitch. They are an 18 plus
You heard
streamer, be aware. So if you are underage, stay away. I will stab you with a stick. I will poke you with a stick. So don't go to an 18 plus stream if you're under 18. I will poke you with a stick.
I can't stop you, but I'm not responsible for whatever you see.
Or here. Mostly here in that one.
Yeah, I'll finish up talking about the list before I end stream. So, Raptors just to escort the Chaos Lord with Jump Pack to the objective, like where I want him to go. Then we have a Hellbrute with Multi-Melta and Fist. Basically, we're just taking him for the Dark Packs. He's just gonna be walking up the board along with everybody else. Everybody who activates Dark Packs gets both sustained and lethal. Literally, only reason we're taking him. And
That's
then,
fair. Have him around the termies.
yeah, have them around the termies. Obliterators. Obliterators are fucking terrifying. They only have the flesh. They only have like one set of flesh metal guns, so you only get like 2d6, 2d6 plus 3, well 2d6 plus 6, and 2d3. But like these are the fact that they get indirect fire. All their guns are really good at either killing hordes or vehicles. Genuinely, Obliterators are one of the scariest units that Chaos can field, especially since they can deep strike. So you drop them in somewhere, they hide behind buildings, they murder everything they see, and genuinely, if it wasn't for them, I would have lost the turn. But last but not least is Havocs. So why would we take Havocs, you may ask? The fact that it's just extra firepower to start shooting out. 48 inches for Havoc autocannons. 8 shots, hitting on 3s, ignoring any modifiers to their shooting. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm starting to think like taking auto wounds on 6s instead of giving them sustained. Because Strength 9 is really good, but just slamming someone with AP -1 and then 3 damage if they fail. That's usually a better idea. But yeah, that's the idea for the Chaos list on the 15th. I'll probably figure something else out for a Space Marine list right away here. But yeah, I want to go cook dinner and go bug Penkid to invite me into his goddamn server, the beautiful fucking boy. But yeah, so if you can, please give me a like, please give me a follow on Twitch and on YouTube. Don't forget to donate to either on Twitch or on YouTube, because if you donate collectively $2,000 by the end of the month, you will get a Fire Warrior review and Fire Warrior on stream. So that's something we're working for. Or 15K on YouTube in general, because that would be really fun. Just saying. You guys
get
can
a
do
special treat if you do.
it. You get a special treat if you do.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
blind
yeah.
all of you.
But yeah, thank you all for coming today. Sorry for like the earlier stream, because like I just had like a long day with my brother playing Warhammer, where we were basically slapping each other the entire day. He threw his dice tray at me.
Well,
That's one way to do it.
No context, he just threw it at me.
it was similar to the tournament where just like you sit there and you unload 3/4 of your army into one squad. It's not even the tanky squad, it's just one normal squad, and they just don't die.
They said your rolling was mid.
My rolling was below mid. But I still managed to keep the game a little close, where the final score was 70-53.
Damn, wrestling in my Warhammer IP. But yeah,
WWE smacked that down, except it's the Primarchs.
come on, chat, you can do it. I believe in you donating all this stuff. I also understand it's tax season for you Americans. I'm sorry. I'm sorry your fucking taxes are fucked up now, because of all that shit. I'm so sorry. You guys gotta stop.
Oh, they've always been fucked up.
You guys gotta
like,
stop
don't-
apologizing to me. You gotta like figure out your own fucking country, guys. Please, for the love of God, take care of yourselves. Love yourselves.
We're working on it.
What are we even doing, Sam? It's called a Molotov cocktail, Mr. Frodo, and you're gonna want to throw it fast.
Yep.
All right, but you all have a fantastic night. Don't forget to donate. Don't forget to share my stuff around. Check out the new YouTube video as well. It's up and there for your viewing eyeballs. But until next time, chat, I will talk to you all on Wednesday. Good night, everybody.